Today I'm gonna show you how to create my YouTube profile picture in DaVinci Resolve Fusion page. But before we start, I remember you to subscribe and like the video, and let's move on. So open your DaVinci Resolve project and drag an adjustment clip to the timeline. After this, select it and right-click and open Fusion page. Here, like you can see, I have a different layout from the last time, but to change it is very easy. Go here, go to Workspace, Layer Presets, Fusion Presets, and then check the mid-flow vertical, and you will have the same layout as me. The only difference from the default one, it's the window displacement, and here we have the node graph in the middle, the preview on the left, and the inspector on the right. Okay, let's move on. So we have our media in and we have our media out. I'm gonna display the media out on the left, and what I'm gonna do now is add a merge here in the middle. Then what I'm gonna do is add a multi-merge up here, and we're gonna connect the multi-merge to the merge. Then what we're gonna do is create the first shape, the background. So to do so, just shift space and search for a background and connect the background node to the multi-merge. Here, search for an ellipse and connect it on the top of the background node. And let's change the color of the background. Let's go here and change it to white or something similar. And like you can see, we have a circle in the middle of our view. Before continuing, I'm gonna rename each node to remember where they are. So here it will be background shape. Here it will be background color. Now, before continuing, I'm gonna add a grid, and like you can see, it generated a grid. Here in the inspector, reduce the major line spacing to 0 and leave the rest as default. Change the line color to black or to the gray, it doesn't matter. But like you can see, the grid, it's all over the screen and we don't want that. To fix it, just grab the output of the background shape and connect it to the blue input of the grid. And like you can see, the grid now it's inside the shape. Let's adjust this, okay, like this. And now we can add a vignette. Just added some extra color. Here we can change it to something like white, or I don't know, yeah. And by adjusting the size and anamorphism, we can change the output. This should work. Like you can see, we have the same problem as before. The vignette is visible outside the shape. Just take the output and connect it to the blue input of the vignette. And like you can see, now it's only limited. The difference is this one. Like you can see, the grid, it's a little bit lighter on the edges, and it's a cool effect. Like before, I'm gonna rename each element background vignette, and this one will be background grid. Now what I'm gonna do to stay organized, it's grab everything and add an underlay node. It's a good node to stay organized, and here I'm gonna rename it to background. Of course we can change the color, but right now it doesn't matter. The second element, it's the body of our picture, and to do so, just grab another background node and then go and grab ellipse. Connect the background to the merge. I'm gonna link the width to the height so we can change them both like this, and then we use our center control to change the displacement, and I'm gonna set it somewhere right here. Just play with it until you're happy with your result, and I think something like this can work. But before moving on, let's rename the elements. So here it will be body shape, and under here it will be body color. So like this. Then we're gonna add an underlay node again, and we'll go rename it to body. Okay, so just adjust it where you want it to be. Let's make a copy and paste it here, just a normal copy, not an instance. And we'll connect it to the multi-merge, and this one will adjust it to be here. And let's rename this to be face, then it's gonna be face color and face shape. Now go to the face shape and just drag it up like this and reduce the size, something like this. Maybe a little bigger. And here I'm gonna adjust the shape of the body, and I'm gonna drag it down, something like this. So just adjust until you're happy with your result. Okay, so we have our body. Maybe it's a little too big, but we can just adjust it. Play with the settings until you're happy. Okay, I think I'm happy now. So the next step, it's add our eyes and our smile. To add the smile, it's quite simple. Just add another background, connect it to the merge, not as an alpha channel, but connected to the white input. Then what we can do, it's add a polygon, and here, go here and just activate the guides, the center one, and I think that should be good. And go here at the center and just draw something like a smile. I'm gonna make something like this. Like you can see, it's not very precise, but we can just drag this up a little until they are quite similar. You can of course shape it like this, and of course like this. Click the center and go here and make it curve. Then what we can do is select all of these points and drag them up. But before doing so, I'm gonna change the background color to white so we can better see it. Back to the polygon and just drag it up until you're happy with your result. Then we are gonna adjust the smile after we added the eyes. So here I'm gonna rename each node. Here it's smile shape. Under we have this smile color. We add an underlay. Okay, we can put it whatever we want. Now let's add the eyes. Same process as before, add the background, connect it to the merge. Then let's add an ellipse, connect the width to the height, reduce the size like a lot, change the color of the background to white. Then we can go here and adjust the values. So let's move higher and we'll reduce the height again. I think something like 0.02 should work. And let's adjust the location until we are happy. Then what we're gonna do is rename these elements. So this is eye shape. Under here we have eye color. And selecting eye color, we can add a duplicate node, and I'm gonna name it eye copy, and just make sure it's 2 and offset the X value until it's quite the same. What you can do is make your own math calculations to see what is the exact location of the copy, but for me it doesn't matter right now. It's just to the purpose of the tutorial. And like you can see, we have our smiley face, and to adjust them both, just adjust the first one, so until you're happy. Okay, so something like this. Just grab all the nodes and add an underlay node, and I'm gonna rename it to eyes. So like you can see, we're very organized right here. Then we have to add an halo effect. To do so, it's easy. Grab another background, connect it to the merge. Then we're gonna grab an ellipse and we're gonna size it in a particular way without linking width and height. We're gonna reduce the height and we're gonna reduce the width until we're happy. Then we're gonna check the solid option and we're gonna increase the border width. Here I'm gonna change the background color to something like red. Then go to the ellipse and drag it up just like this until you're happy. Then what we can do is rename the elements. So this is the halo shape. Here we have the halo color, and here we're gonna add a drop shadow. I connected right here. This will be called the halo shadow, and here we can zoom and adjust the shadow until we're happy. So I'm gonna increase the shadow strength just to see it better. I'm gonna reduce the blur, and I'm gonna angle like this, drop distance like this, increase the blur again, and shadow strength maybe a little bit lower. And we have our creature. So what we're gonna do now is create an underlay, and let's rename it to halo. Like you can see, it's already finished. We just need to add the border and then we will make our final adjustments. So here we're gonna add a merge and we'll place it right here, add a background node and we'll connect it right here. Then we are gonna add an ellipse node, and what I'm gonna do is disable the solid option and increase the border width. Then I'm gonna connect the width to the height with an expression, and I'm gonna increase the size. Then I'm gonna change the color to white. Like you can see, we have our border. Of course, we have to adjust it just a little. We have to decrease the size, something like this, and we can adjust the height. So it's something like, it's too much, so it's just 501. 501 can work. And like you can see, we have our border. Now the only thing left is to adjust everything. So let's rename the nodes. So here will be border shape, and here it will be border color. Grab them both, add an underlay, and let's call it border. Like you can see, everything is quite organized, so we can just arrange the elements like we want to be even more organized, and this is your preference. So before continuing, let's adjust the shapes, and what I think I'm gonna do is adjust the body shape, because I don't like it like this. Maybe I'm gonna put it somewhere right here and increase it a lot. Then I'm gonna go to the face shape and I'm gonna adjust it to be the size. I think it's good. Let's change the position, something like this. Now we have to go to the smile and we're gonna adjust it to sit right here, maybe in the middle. Quite no, maybe it's too much. Well, here we can adjust also the border width and do something like this. Of course, the eyes are too high, so we're gonna adjust them to be somewhere like this. And the halo, we can adjust it to be, of course, a little bit down here, and I'm gonna maybe change the size. You can make it very big, very small. It depends on your preference. Okay, something like this. Of course, it's not the same as the one you see in my profile picture, because the settings were a little different, but the concept is this one. So when I first created it, I didn't calculate any shape, any size. You have just you sit there and try the shape, the sizes until you're comfortable with your creation. It's your own process. Is this one. You are very organized. Each element, it's divided in its category. You have the names. I'm gonna probably share the node setup on Discord if someone wants. Just join the Discord in the video description and let me know if you want the graph of this tutorial. So this is all for today's tutorial. I want you to remember to subscribe and like the video, and in the description you can find my TikTok and Instagram account, and also my Discord server that I have just created, where we can share projects and ideas to help and grow our community.